Good. Good to
Cool,
go.
thank you. So we are looking good for presentation number 2 today. John from Revelstoke Mountain Resort, please take it away.
Great. Well, thank you everyone for being here today. There's quite a few of you on, which I can see, which is great. A couple of names that I certainly recognize and know quite well. So great to see your names. So I represent Revelstoke Mountain Resort, which is also part of British Columbia's beautiful Powder Highway group of 7 resorts. And I'm just going to give you a little tour of the whole community and the mountain. So I'm just going to ask Charlie to, there we go. So where is Revelstoke? Of course, that's the number one thing where people want to know where we are. We're located between Vancouver and Calgary. And there's 2 mountain ranges that we are located between, which I'll get into shortly. This bottom part just gives you an idea of the distances from Kelowna Airport, Banff, Silver Star, Sun Peaks, which we do a lot of work with. There's a lot of ski safaris that go from those areas to Revelstoke. So on to the next one. So we are located between the Selkirk and Monashee Mountain ranges. A lot of people think we are in the Canadian Rockies, but we are not. We're in the last couple of mountain ranges before the Rockies heading east. So we're in the Columbia, along the Columbia River. So the Columbia River flows right through Revelstoke. So we're in a big snow belt. So we're certainly known for our snow, just like Fernie is. On to the next one. This slide just gives you an aerial shot of the community, and the town of Revelstoke is just down sort of dead center of this photo, and that's the Columbia River flowing through the city. And it's about 7,200 people. Very old, historic lumber town, railway town, and certainly a ski town for a long, long time. Getting to Revelstoke from Australia, super easy. Right now, there are Air Canada flying direct from Sydney and Brisbane, and Qantas flies from Sydney to Vancouver. Once you get to Vancouver, if you're flying with Air Canada, you just connect right through to Kelowna on an Air Canada connector, which is about 50 minutes, 50. And then once you get to Kelowna, there's a 2.5-hour shuttle that will take you from the airport in Kelowna direct to Revelstoke. And the nice thing about that highway is that it's not a big high mountain pass to get through. So it's never closed for avalanches or snowy conditions. It's a very safe, predictable highway to get to Revelstoke. So that's a good thing. Once you're in Revelstoke, I always tell people you do not need to hire a car for the time you're there. There is a resort shuttle that is continuous 7 days a week from 6 in the morning to 11:30 at night. Sometimes it goes a little bit later. So if you're staying in town and want to go to the resort or the resort into town, we're talking about a 10-minute drive. So it's very, very quick. This is just a map of our resort shuttle. On the far left is the town of Revelstoke, going all the way to the mountain on the far right. So that's about a 10-minute drive. So very, very easy. And very similar to Fernie, we are also old, historic, a small quintessential ski town, Canadian ski town. So a lot of our buildings, if you can just keep going up, Charlie, a lot of our buildings are old character buildings, so colorful, vibrant. This is our main street, which is called Mackenzie Avenue. This is where the shops are, the bakeries, the cafes. The majority of what you want to go and shop and wine and dine is on this street. So small little Canadian ski town, which is great. And then of course there's shopping. There's ski shops, outdoor shops, gift stores. There's a couple of grocery stores. If you want to buy some wine or beer, what have you, that's all in the downtown core. And then as far as eating goes, depends on what you're looking for. If you want super fine dining, very casual, if you want takeaway, if you want pubs, distilleries, Canadian cuisine, international cuisine, Revelstoke has it all. So it's easy to get the sort of food that you're looking for. If you can just keep going up. And then in Revelstoke, we have our Mount Begbie Brewing Company. So Mount Begbie is the main mountain that you see overlooking the town of Revelstoke. It's sort of your dominant iconic mountain that you can see from everywhere. So we've named our brewery after that, Mount Begbie. And then there's a couple of distilleries, and you can go for tastings and different flights and that sort of thing. So lots to do. And then as far as accommodation goes, of course, there is ski in, ski out, if that's what you're looking for, if your clients are looking for that, or if you're looking for a more economical hotel or motel. There's quite a few in the town of Revelstoke. And again, they're all serviced by the complimentary shuttle bus that goes from town to the mountain. So a good variety of accommodation to choose from. And then, of course, playing. I mean, a lot of our Australian customers, they will come for anywhere from 7 days to a lot of them come for a month, and they actually buy a season's pass. So sometimes, you're going to have to take a day off because of the vertical and your legs might not be able to handle it. So maybe you're just going to go out at night and do some different type of non-ski type of activities like axe throwing, curling, very Canadian game. And then our Revelstoke Grizzly hockey team is super fun. They play about twice a week. They have about 2 home games a week, and that's a really popular thing for our Australian customers to come and have a look at and experience. All right, the next slide. Now I'm going to talk about the actual resort, Revelstoke Mountain Resort, commonly referred to as Revi, which Revi can be the town, it can be the resort, but I'm going to refer to Revi as the actual ski resort. So if we can just keep scrolling up. Now, many of our Australian clients will know that we are part of the Icon Pass. Maybe some of you on this call do not know that. This is important to note because there are a couple of resorts in Australia that are also Icon Pass mountains. The Mountain Collective we're also part of. It doesn't really pertain too much to the Australian market. It's more of a US skier attraction to buy a ticket on the Mountain Collective, but the Icon Pass is certainly worth noting. And if anyone has any questions about that, I can certainly let you know about that. And then, of course, we always like to brag. We won the World Ski Awards in 2016 and World Ski Awards in 2020 for Canada's Best Ski Resort. So a couple of times in the last few years, which is exciting. This run that you're looking at here is our longest run. It's actually 15 kilometers long from top to bottom. So make sure your legs are in good shape to ski that one. So we continue up here. But our biggest claim to fame, no other mountain can claim this. We have the most vertical in North America, 1,713 meters of vertical. And just for a little side note here, the mountain you see directly below the word meters, that is Mount Begbie. So that's our famous mountain that overlooks the community, overlooks the mountain. And this is our gondola that takes you almost to the top of the mountain. So like Fernie, we're also in a big snowy part of the province. We have an average of 10.5 meters of snow annually. This past winter was no exception. We had a tremendous amount of snow. In fact, we had more snow this winter where if you're a hiker and you want to come to Revelstoke in the summer, there's still little bits and pieces of snow even into this part of the summer, late in the summer. So we had a lot of snow. Keep going up. Now this guy is our little powder gnome. His name is Norm. And the reason I put this picture in here is if you go on to revelstokemountainresort.com and you want to see what the snowfall was tomorrow or yesterday, if you go to the next slide, our little Norm, the gnome, will show you how much snow has fallen. So this is on our live webcam. And Norm himself is 27 centimeters tall. So you can see there's a lot of snow that's fallen that night. And he's kind of a fun thing to take with me on my trips to Australia. And I usually give him away and people have to ask questions and things like that. So that's Norm. And then this is a quick map of the mountain. Now, unlike a lot of ski resorts, we really don't have a lot of chairlifts. We don't have a lot of gondolas. But the mountain is so large that when you get to the top or even midway to the mountain and you make your way over to the far left, the mountain is so large that the crowds do disperse. And you're really skiing literally, if it's a super busy day, you're going to get a lot of crowds at the bottom getting onto the first gondola. But once you get to the top, you're going to be literally waiting for maybe 3-4 minutes. 5 minutes is considered a big wait. So that's a big thing. The other thing too I want to mention is that 43% of the mountain is geared, is aimed for the average intermediate skier. Many people think that Revelstoke is, this super, you got to be this major athlete to ski the mountain. If you are that sort of hardcore skier, you'll love Revelstoke. But if you're just your regular intermediate skier, you'll also love it. A lot of groomers, beautiful bowls, 75 runs, lots of glades. If you like tree skiing, Revelstoke is definitely, you should be put. And we are a bucket list mountain resort too. So that's kind of important to know. Now, our village is very, very small. It's nothing like other resorts in British Columbia, but we think it's a cute little village. There's only 3 buildings, and the buildings are all part of the same hotel. It's called the Sutton Place Hotel, which I'll get into shortly. But this is where everything happens for kids' school, snow school, activities desk, all the activities for adults and kids, childcare. There's some food and beverage outlets. La Baguette is our small little homemade soups and sandwiches. The Rockford Grill is a casual dining experience where you can sit outside with open fire. The Mackenzie Comron is a good place to go for cold beer after skiing. And then, of course, the hotel itself. And then just a little snowy picture to get everyone excited about how much snow falls in Revelstoke. And of course, we've got the snow school, kids group lessons, cat and heli prep there. We've got our ONA Pro for the day, first tracks, everything meets at the snow school, which is right in our village, our main village there. And then rentals. A lot of Australian skiers don't bring all of their equipment. They'll bring their boots, but it's a lot to haul skis from great distance. So just want you to know that the rental shop, it has some of the best equipment on the market. So, you don't really need to bring your own skis. Now, this is the hotel I was talking about, the Sutton Place Hotel. This is a luxury ski in, ski out hotel. It's 222 condo style hotel or all suite property, ranging from studios, 1 bedroom, 2 bedroom, and 3 bedroom full suites with full kitchens, gas burning fireplace. All of them have an outdoor patio that you can go out onto. In the hotel itself, there's fitness facilities, yoga, massage, outdoor pools, hot tubs, underground parking. So it's right out the door and you've got your lift there. So really, for those people that want the ski in, ski out experience, this is where your clients would want to stay. And this is just a picture of one of the buildings. But just to the right of that building is the gondola where you get on. And so very, very close. And a few interior pictures of the Sutton Place, nice big suite, super comfortable, great for families, couples. A lot of our clientele are 6 to 8 men that ski in a big group. As long as the hotel knows in advance, then we can certainly accommodate up to 8 men in 8 separate beds in our large 3-bedroom suites in this hotel. Now, Revelstoke is also probably perhaps best known as a backcountry ski destination, one of the best in the world, certainly in British Columbia. And Selkirk Tangiers Heli Skiing is the heli ski company that Revelstoke owns and operates. So it's about 43 years old this year. And we have a tremendous amount of space that we have access to. And if anyone is interested in heli skiing, if any of you have clients that are interested in heli skiing, they really do need to book this at least 9 to 12 months out. It's extremely popular. You can't just show up and say, oh, let's go heli skiing tomorrow, because you guaranteed won't get a seat. There are also 3 other heli ski companies in Revelstoke. So we are a major, major heli ski destination. Now, improvements for this coming winter, 22-23, we're not adding any more chairs or lifts, but we're adding more capacity onto the existing lifts that we do have. We're expanding our grooming fleet. Some of our terrain we're sort of tweaking here and there. We are expanding our seating capacity and our food and beverage at the Revelation Lodge, which is our first day lodge as you're going up the first portion of the gondola. So we're quite excited about that. And then, of course, summer, we're always expanding that because we are definitely a four-season resort now. But the big thing that I want to mention to everybody, this is quite exciting for us. We are building under construction right now a new full-service 150-room hotel that will be ski in, ski out right across, if anyone knows Revelstoke and has been there, right across from the Sutton Place Hotel. And the two hotels will be connected by a bridge. It will be owned and operated by the resort. So it'll be very easy to book through your wholesalers. And this will have a high-end steakhouse in it. Some of the rooms will have suites, but most of them are going to be standard doubles, but it will be a four-star property. And Selkirk Tangiers Heli Skiing will move their headquarters into this hotel. So all the heli skiing will be right from the base of the village. And that, my friends, is the last part of my presentation. Hopefully that was right on time. And I'm happy to take any questions, and I'm really appreciative of the time that you're taking to learn about our two resorts here today. So thank you very much.